never thought that it'd be so simple, but I found a way, I found a way. If you open up your eyes.
What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Pepsi, or Peppo, a dude with attitude. So crack 40 and check your rollies. I hope everyone is having a peptastic day. Hope everyone's enjoying their week or weekend so far. And today we're doing something we haven't done in a while. We're reporting. So take everything I'm about to say with a grain of salt. However, I do have sources and stuff, and these sources have been right before. But I'm going to get into the article and tell y'all what's going on, because I'm actually pretty excited about this, and this is coming from someone who hasn't even finished the predecessor game, which is that of Ghost of Tsushima. Let's read this, okay? A new rumor claims that Ghost of Tsushima developer Sucker Punch Production is preparing a small sequel titled, and please forgive me if I butcher this, Ghost of Ikishima. Ikishima. I think I'm saying it. Ikishima. I looked up the way to pronounce it, and I still feel like I'm pronouncing it wrong. So slaughter me in the comments, please. This is coming from Twitter user ShipShellNick, who's accurately leaked a few projects in the past. Over a series of tweets and replies, Nick claimed that Ghost of Ikishima is an expand-alone type game, roughly the size of Spider-Man Miles Morales, aiming for a 2021 release. Presumably on PS5 and likely also on PS4, given Sony's redoubled plans for cross-gen releases. Altogether, this is a wild and unsupported claim, and it should be treated as such. However, a game of this description would make sense for a few reasons. Firstly, it's very plausible that Sony and Sucker Punch would push out a smaller game bearing the Ghost of Tsushima name to beef up the PS5's library in its first year, just as Insomniac Games did with Spider-Man Miles Morales for the PS5 launch. The rumored Ghost of Ikishima would, in theory, introduce the IP to the PS5, and, assuming it's a cross-gen release, give the game's large PS4 audience something else to bite. It would also tide the PS5 over while it awaits sequels to other PS5 big hitters like God of War Ragnarok, which was recently delayed in 2022. So if anyone didn't know that, that has also been delayed. We also know that Sucker Punch is by no means done with the Ghost of Tsushima IP. It released a full-flat multiplayer called Legends not long after the game came out. And there's already a Ghost of Tsushima movie in development. Clearly, Sony and Sucker Punch want to build on its success. This comes as no surprise given how well the game reviewed and sold, not to mention Sucker Punch's history of sequelizing Sly Cooper and Infamous. This isn't the first time we've heard whispers of Ghost of Tsushima coming to PS5 in some form either. At the start of the year, one cinematic director's LinkedIn profile page briefly stated that they were working on a Ghost of Tsushima game for Sony PS5. The PS5 mention was quickly removed from the page after this news made the rounds, but the original text has been preserved in plenty of screenshots. Let's touch on some stuff. First off, I'm going to touch on that last thing. The tweet was deleted. A lot of times developers, celebrities and stuff, they'll tweet something really quick and either one of two things are happening. Either one, they shouldn't have tweeted that and they get yelled at. Or two, they do it for just a little bit to get people talking, and then they'll delete it. I think that's what happened here. That's what happens so often with so many other projects, with movies and TV shows and games. I think that's what happened here. Does that mean Ghost of Ikishima is going to be a thing? I don't know. I think it's very possible this is going to be a thing. If we don't get a trailer for this game by the end of August, I don't think this game is going to be a thing. Or maybe they just push it off to next year. We don't know. But do I think this could be a huge possibility? Yes. And if it's not, I'm not going to be surprised either. The source is reliable. He's accurately leaked a few projects in the past. So that's hopeful. I'm hoping he is correct, because even though I haven't finished the game, I know I myself and a few other friends who have played the game really enjoyed it. And I'm going to be honest, when the game was first a thing, Ghost of Tsushima, it wasn't high on my radar. Like, I thought it looked, I was like, oh, that looks cool. Interesting. You know, because I didn't even know anything about it. I never watched trailer. Then when I finally watched the trailer, I got really into it, like 2 weeks before it came out. And then one of my friends got it, and I was able to play it through him. And last summer, when I didn't have internet, and I unfortunately had to leave you guys with very little content, one of the things I loved playing, and the only things I could play, was Ghost of Tsushima. And I loved it. I loved everything about it. From the music to the graphics. It was beautiful. The story, you know, everything about it was amazing. So if this is going to be like Miles Morales, which, by the way, everything I've heard about Miles Morales has been basically positive so far, then I'm excited. Why not? Even if it's not a thing, and I was the developers and I was seeing these rumors go around, I would honestly say, hey, hold up. Hold up. Could this be a possibility? I mean, a lot of people are getting behind this rumor, or they'd like the rumor to be true. Why don't we make it true? You know, let's start working on it now. Let's see if we can't come up with something. No matter how much this seems like it's gonna happen, maybe it won't. I really hope it does. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. Do you think that this is going to be a thing? Do you think it's going to be like Miles Morales? Or do you think maybe this was just a leak to hype people up, and maybe here in the next year and a half, we're going to get a full-fledged game, just like Ghost of Tsushima called Ghost of Ikishima, or something else? Or do you think we're going to get a standalone game like Miles Morales? Do you want one? Or do you think maybe they should move on and focus on the movie and maybe make other games? Or do you just not know what's going to happen? That's perfectly fine. We're just reporting what we know. If it's just a rumor, I'm probably not going to report on it. But when it has certain sources and stuff, I want to report on it. Because that's the beauty of reporting. You're telling everyone all this information. It's kind of like you're putting all the puzzles on the table. And then you're going to see what's going to happen. Is it going to form a picture? Is it going to form what we want? Are we going to get the game? Are we not? Comment down below what you think. If you want to see what else we have to offer, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. Also, maybe hit the notification bell so you know whenever we upload. Check us out on Twitch, same name, Dudes with Attitude. We usually stream there throughout the week. Check us out on Twitter if you want any updates on what we have planned here. And hopefully you enjoyed this. And we will see you next time. And remember, destiny is all.